You're diving deep with us today into something truly transformative: autopilot systems for vehicles.
hmm
Forget just skimming headlines. We're really going to try and extract the core insights about the major players and, the future trajectory of this rapidly evolving market.
Right.
Think of this as your personal briefing. We're drawing from a pretty comprehensive report published back in November 2024 by Cognitive Market Research.
Yeah, and this report, it paints a really compelling picture. I mean, we're looking at a market that already commanded, what, USD 415.5 million in 2024,
Wow.
and is projected to surge to USD 618.7 million by 2032.
Okay.
That translates to a significant compound annual growth rate of 5.60%. So what's really driving this momentum?
Well, according to the report, it's kind of a powerful combination. You've got the increasing demand for those advanced driver assistance systems,
Mm.
ADAS features. They're becoming more and more commonplace in new cars. Then there's the undeniable push for enhanced road safety, and of course, the incredible leaps we're seeing in the core technologies that underpin autonomous vehicles.
Right, the AI, the sensors.
Exactly. Features you're probably familiar with, like adaptive cruise control that adjusts your speed, lane keeping
Yeah,
assistance
the nudges.
that gently steers you, and even the systems that help you automatically park. These are all part of this growing ecosystem.
And it's a fascinatingly competitive space, too. The report highlights a number of key companies that are not just participating, but actively shaping the future of these systems.
Yeah.
It's a mix of tech giants you'll definitely recognize and some really innovative specialists.
Okay, let's get into the names then. The report specifically identifies 5 companies as the kind of leading forces in this field: Waymo LLC, Tesla, Aurora Innovation Inc., Motional Inc., and Zoox Inc. These are the names really pushing the boundaries.
Exactly. The report emphasizes that these players are right at the forefront of innovation, largely because of their ability to harness sophisticated tech like AI, machine learning, and what's known as sensor fusion.
Okay, let's start with Waymo LLC. Now, for some, the name might not immediately ring a bell, but this is actually the company that grew out of Google's original self-driving car project, isn't it?
That's spot on, yeah. Waymo has really cemented its position as a pioneer in this whole autonomous driving realm. The data from 2023 is, well, quite remarkable. They were reportedly providing over 150,000 paid rides every single week.
Wow, 150,000 a week.
And to put that in perspective, they were logging more than 1 million miles of driving weekly in just Phoenix, Los Angeles, and San Francisco.
1 million miles.
Think about the sheer amount of real-world driving experience they're accumulating. It's huge.
1 million miles a week is just staggering. And it seems that all that real-world data has translated into a significant market presence, right? An estimated 18% market share in 2023, according to this report.
Yes, and a core element to their strategy is that deep integration of AI and machine learning. These aren't just, buzzwords for them. They're the fundamental tech that enables these vehicles to perceive their surroundings, make decisions, and navigate safely and efficiently.
Right.
The ability for the car to process just vast amounts of information in real time and react appropriately, that's what makes the whole system viable.
And they're not just sticking to the same few locations either. The report notes they expanded their service area in Phoenix and even launched in a major new market, Los Angeles, all in 2023. That added what, 45 square miles of coverage?
Yeah, a substantial amount. That signals some serious growth ambitions.
Definitely.
Absolutely. And it's not solely about just organic expansion. They're also forming strategic alliances with established automotive giants like Stellantis and Volvo.
Oh, okay.
These kinds of partnerships are crucial because they allow Waymo to integrate their autonomous tech into vehicles that are already being manufactured at scale, potentially reaching a much, much broader customer base.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. And it's quite a milestone. I've already accumulated over 20 million miles driven on public roads since they started. That's an immense data set to learn from.
It truly is. And it's also worth noting their commitment to sustainability. They use fully electric vehicles in their fleet.
Right.
This aligns with the broader shift towards electric mobility and likely, resonates with users concerned about environmental impact.
Okay, let's switch gears now and talk about another major player that practically everyone recognizes: Tesla. While they're known for their EVs, they're also a massive force in the autopilot arena.
Undeniably, Tesla has really carved out a unique and influential position with their innovative approach to autonomous driving. Their total revenues in 2023 reached a staggering $96.7 billion.
Whoa.
And the report specifically points out that a significant portion of that comes directly from their Autopilot system. That really underscores its importance to their whole business model.
And they command a substantial market share themselves, around 15% according to the report. That puts them right up there with Waymo in terms of market influence.
Precisely. And it's important to remember that Tesla was relatively early to the game, wasn't it? Introducing Autopilot back in 2014.
Yeah, quite early.
Since then, it's undergone, numerous updates and enhancements, becoming one of the most widely recognized and, frankly, discussed driver assistance systems available.
Their technology takes a slightly different approach to sensing the environment, though, doesn't it? The report mentions a reliance on cameras, ultrasonic sensors, and radar all working together
Right, the Tesla Vision approach.
to enable those features like lane centering, adaptive cruise control, automated lane changes.
That's right. And the sheer number of vehicles they've deployed with Autopilot is truly remarkable. They sold over 1 million vehicles equipped with the system in 2023 alone.
1 million in 1 year.
This massive fleet generates an unparalleled amount of real-world driving data, which they then use to continuously improve their AI and machine learning algorithms through over-the-air software updates.
And unlike some of the others, like Waymo focusing on robo-taxis, Tesla's strategy seems to be about integrating more autonomy into cars individuals buy, right?
Exactly. Their ability to push software updates directly to the vehicles is, a significant advantage. They can roll out new features, refine existing ones, all without needing physical upgrades. It allows for this continuous cycle of improvement.
The report also touches on their full self-driving, or FSD, beta program. This seems like their next big step, aiming for even greater autonomy. Features that aim to handle more complex driving, like automatic city driving, recognizing traffic lights and stop signs. They're really pushing the envelope.
They certainly are. And, like Waymo, their fundamental commitment to electric vehicles and overall sustainability is a core tenet of their company philosophy. It's kind of an integrated vision.
Okay, now, let's turn our attention to Aurora Innovation, Inc. They might not have the same household name recognition as Waymo or Tesla, but the report clearly identifies them as a significant player.
Absolutely. Founded in 2017, headquartered in Pittsburgh, Aurora has a very specific focus: developing safe and efficient autonomous solutions for both transporting people and moving freight. That dual approach is quite notable.
Interesting. And it appears their key strengths lie in their, well, cutting-edge technology and the strategic partnerships they've established. You mentioned Toyota and Volvo earlier.
Precisely. Those are two very well-respected names in the industry. Their Aurora driver platform is the central piece, integrating AI, machine learning, and a sophisticated sensor suite. It's designed to navigate complex urban environments, but also handle potential long-haul trucking routes.
Showcasing that dual focus, yeah.
Yeah.
The report highlights they've already completed over 5 million miles of road testing. That's substantial validation.
It is. And their ongoing pilot programs in key cities provide further evidence of progress towards commercial deployment. Plus, their 2023 partnership with the leading logistics provider for autonomous delivery solutions really underscores that versatility.
Okay, let's move on to Motional, Inc. The name itself suggests movement and tech. What's their role here?
Motional presents an interesting case. It was formed through a joint venture between Aptiv, a company with a long history in auto tech, and Lyft, the ride-sharing service.
Ah, the Lyft connection. Okay.
They're headquartered in Las Vegas, and they've managed to capture a significant portion of the market too, an estimated 8% share, according to this report. That firmly places them among the top contenders.
Right.
Yes. And their strategy revolves around a robust platform that, similar to the others, integrates sensors, AI, and machine learning. Their primary focus appears to be deploying fleets of self-driving vehicles for ride-hailing services within urban areas. Think hailing a fully autonomous Lyft. That's their core goal.
And they're not limiting themselves to just Lyft, are they? The report mentions a partnership with Uber as well to expand autonomous ride-hailing.
Yes, that kind of collaboration could significantly accelerate their market penetration. It's a crucial move.
Makes sense.
And they're also making substantial investments in safety and reliability, focusing on advanced safety features and leveraging real-time data analytics to constantly monitor and improve performance.
Finally, let's delve into Zoox, Inc. What makes them stand out in this competitive field?
Zoox stands out for a couple of key reasons, not least of which is that they're a subsidiary of Amazon.
Amazon backing, that's significant.
Huge resources, yeah. They're headquartered in Foster City, California, and their primary focus is on developing purpose-built robotaxis.
Purpose-built, that's an interesting distinction. What exactly does that mean in their case?
Well, unlike many others adapting existing vehicle platforms, Zoox took a clean slate approach. They designed their robotaxis from the ground up, specifically for autonomous operation. The unveiling of their unique, almost pill-shaped vehicles in San Francisco and Las Vegas in 2023 certainly got a lot of attention.
I recall seeing those. They definitely have a very distinctive, futuristic look. And the report indicates their revenues were around $500 million in 2023, with an estimated 4% market share.
That's correct. And the design is quite revolutionary. The vehicles are symmetrical, bidirectional, and maybe most notably, they lack any traditional manual controls. No steering wheel, no pedals.
Wow.
Purely designed for autonomous operation and passenger comfort.
That's a bold statement about their confidence in their tech. And they're equipping these unique vehicles with a comprehensive suite of advanced sensors, including LiDAR and cameras, according to the report.
Absolutely. They're making a strong bet on a future where fully autonomous vehicles are the norm, and their purpose-built design reflects that fundamental belief.
So we've looked at these top five. It sounds like cognitive market research used a pretty thorough set of criteria to assess them. What were some key factors they considered?
The report outlined several important ones. Naturally, revenue and overall market share are key indicators of current success.
Sure.
But they also looked at the breadth and features of each company's product portfolio. What specific solutions are they offering? Technological advancements, particularly their use of AI and sensor fusion, were heavily weighted. You just can't lead without pushing the tech boundaries.
That makes perfect sense. Innovation is clearly the heart of it.
Exactly. The report also considered the global reach of these companies, their R&D investment levels, and crucially, their strategic partnerships and collaborations. In such a fast-moving field, alliances can be incredibly significant.
Now, while these top five are currently leading the pack, the report also highlights that the competitive landscape is far from settled. There are emerging companies that could pose a challenge.
That's right. This market is very dynamic, and these established leaders face increasing competition from some really interesting, innovative newcomers.
The report lists several potential disruptors: Nuro, Argo AI, TuSimple, Embark Trucks, Inceptio Technology, and WeRide. Can you give us a quick overview of what makes each a potential threat?
Certainly. Nuro, based in California, is specifically focused on autonomous delivery vehicles for last-mile logistics, carving out a niche in goods transport.
Okay, delivery focus.
Argo AI in Pittsburgh has significant backing from Ford and VW and is developing advanced sensor tech. TuSimple is all about autonomous trucking, aiming to revolutionize freight with long-haul tech and logistics partnerships.
Trucking seems like a big area.
Huge potential. Embark is another player in autonomous trucking, concentrating on software and partnering with existing carriers. Inceptio Technology, based in China, also focuses on heavy-duty trucks. And finally, WeRide, also primarily in China, is developing tech for both passenger and commercial vehicles.
It sounds like many of these new entrants are strategically focusing on specific applications like delivery or freight, maybe as a way to gain a strong foothold.
Exactly. By specializing, they can often move faster and develop expertise in areas that might be secondary for the larger, broader companies. They leverage innovation, targeted partnerships, and specific applications to compete effectively.
So for these newer companies looking to really excel, maybe even disrupt the established players, what key areas does the report suggest they prioritize?
Well, the report emphasizes the absolutely crucial role of ongoing AI and machine learning development. For new entrants to really stand out, they need to invest heavily in advanced algorithms that let vehicles learn, adapt, and make critical real-time decisions. That's the foundation.
Makes perfect sense. The brains of the operation.
Precisely. The report also highlights the growing importance of AI-driven predictive analytics, the ability to anticipate potential hazards and proactively optimize routes that enhances safety and efficiency, giving a real competitive edge.
And you can't have sophisticated AI without tons of high-quality data to train it, right? The report mentions data acquisition.
Absolutely critical. Access to quality data is paramount for training robust AI models. New entrants should actively seek partnerships for diverse data sets or explore using advanced simulation to generate the vast amounts of data needed.
Geographic focus also seems key. The report suggests targeting regions with strong growth potential, like North America and parts of Asia Pacific, and building local partnerships.
That's crucial for gaining traction early on. And the report also points out the significant expanding opportunities in commercial applications, ride-hailing, logistics. Focusing there can be a more direct, potentially faster route to revenue or market share.
So, looking at the big picture, it really sounds like the autopilot system market is on a significant upward trajectory, fueled by AI, machine learning, sensor tech.
That's the clear message. Both the established leaders and these ambitious emerging competitors are driving a powerful wave of innovation. We're seeing immense potential across passenger vehicles, freight, shared mobility.
It seems the companies that will ultimately thrive will be those prioritizing continuous improvement, adaptability, and collaboration. It's going to be fascinating to watch this develop.
I couldn't agree more. It's a rapidly evolving field. Constant innovation and strategic agility are definitely the keys.
Well, this has been an incredibly insightful deep dive into the complex and rapidly advancing world of autopilot systems. All thanks to the detailed analysis in that cognitive market research report. We've looked at the key players, the emerging challengers, and the critical factors for success.
Indeed. We've highlighted the significant growth projected, the leading innovators, the competitive landscape, and the vital role of AI and strategic focus, especially for newcomers.
Now, as you consider all this, here's a final thought, maybe something to mull over. Given this rapid technological pace and the diverse strategies we're seeing, what specific societal or infrastructural adaptations do you think will be necessary as these systems become more prevalent? How might our cities and transport networks need to evolve?
That's a crucial question, isn't it? It goes beyond just the tech itself into how these systems integrate into the very fabric of our society. Food for thought.
Definitely. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the autopilot system market. We'll catch you next time.